there's no more intimate time in a person's life than the fact that they're confronted with their own mortality. And it's not like a situation where you lose someone suddenly and you'll have the grieving at the loss of them. In this case, you've got a structured transition from life to death, which provides everyone in the family and the person concerned with an opportunity to be able to make peace. The palliative care process involves everybody in a really intimate, emotional way at a time that all of us are going to, die. We'll all die. And it's just how you can do that in a dignified way. For the cultural overlays are really, really important. My family has so many close connections with so many different people from different cultures. And it's always interesting to think through how what steps they're going to go through, because culturally, if you're from a Muslim background, you'll have a different takes on it. If you're from a Hindu background, different takes. If you're from different parts of Europe, different takes, different even different religious sects, different takes. So what we did with my father-in-law's palliative care is cleared it with him and cleared it with the family as to what particular approaches he wanted to take, and that the family then had made a decision that we will go with what he wants. What cultural considerations do you think carers have to keep in mind?
I think the very first one is to understand the culture of the person who is passing away. So what will give them solace is important. And one of the things that is really beautiful now that is happening more is that even if they are in residential care, a lot of the residential care sites, including the one my mother was in, they are quite happy to have you there all sorts of times so that the person does get what they want. And if, for example, a religious service is really important to them, it's fine. Like say they get the religious service 5 times instead of once, who cares? If it makes them happy, to give that to them. But equally to consider who is the surrounding supports, the family that is going through that whole palliative care program with them in some ways and is feeling the knowledge that they are going to lose this really important figure in their lives. And I think not assuming that because the person who's passing away is a strong Catholic, that all their kids who've grown up here in Australia are necessarily also strong Catholics, because that's not the case. We know, don't we, that it depends the extent to which they have actually changed from where they were to where they are during their lifetime. So some of them may have kept the true, culture as it was, but often that isn't the case. So I think one of the beautiful things that happens in palliative care now is that mostly people providing services do provide to the family with a choice about, what they want to do during this process. So, for example, it may be that rather than people, as used to always be the case, other persons too, they can't stay home, they've got to stay in the hospital. But if the family wants them at home nowadays, it's wonderful that they can be at home and they can get someone to come in and support the family to do the physical things they may not be able to do without some support. Those sorts of things. I think to me, that palliative journey has to be ridden with care for the person and all the close people that are going to make that a very special time.
But I remember being present in the room and feeling his presence in the room. And I remember that I gave him a great speech, gave him a great send-off speech, because I felt him there, and I told him I loved him and he should be so proud of all of the love and all of the lives that he positively touched, and that he could go in peace. But there's so many cultural overlays around death and dying. So in a care situation, it doesn't matter who you're caring for, you really got to do the person-centered care and then understand what the expectations that they would have for how they'd wish to see traditions respected and the care provided. My name's Ian Thompson. I'm the manager of the PCAC program in Western Australia. So we have resources for palliative care, and you'll be able to find them on the following graphic.